Beyond the basic variables, the booleans, the transforms, you can have specific reference variables as well. Another created actor within the engine itself. So if I were to just drag this out here, or any variable, the first thing you'll see are two options: either you get it or you set it. And if you get it, this is basically you just referencing it. So if you need anything, you can come out of it and you can just reference it from there. Or you can set it, which you're defining a value for it essentially. So in, like, let's say you were going through a bunch of logic and you need to change this value, this is how you would do it. You would set a new value. Now, let's talk about functions this time. A function in UE4 is just a fancy way of saying a bunch of pre-built logic. Say something like this cast2 node, right? This cast2 node has a function, but it only worked because some person developing the engine grouped a bunch of functions together to create this cast2 function. Now, the reason why you have all these functions here is that these are your own functions that you create for your own specific cases. So let's say we were looking at the trace start function. So you'll notice that it's purple. The purple, and it kind of looks like a little archive symbol here to signify that this is a function. So a function, as you can see, is just a bunch of instructions of pre-existing nodes together to form a function in itself. To kind of illustrate it, if I were just to drag out this trace start function, it's its own little node now. And within this one node, if I were to double click it, of course, it'll show me what that function was created by. Now, to elaborate more on a node, if you were to build this project in pure C++, you'll be typing out lines of code line by line. Nodes are essentially the proprietary way that you can build out logic within UE4. The downside of using blueprints and nodes is that it takes longer to compile, because within this node contains all the data necessary for a Git component node, which means that there will be parts that you will use and parts that you won't use. The parts that you won't use, because it's a node, they will have to be compiled as well, increasing compile time. However, if you were to build a project by C++, lines of code that you don't need, you just exclude it. There's cost and benefit to both methods. Primarily, I find that nodes are faster and more easy to work with because they're visual, but sometimes there will be things that are done better with C++, especially when it comes to memory optimization. And to talk about one more thing for today, there are a bunch of these red ones because then all of these nodes are color coded to do something. And I can talk about that more next time. But talk about these red ones. The red ones signify custom events. The custom events and also input events. So you can kind of see here that's input access. The input access was defined in the project settings under input, where you just declare what each button should do and where you want to map each button. So once this is declared, whenever you call upon it, the action comes out.